crafty little genie, huh?
Hi, hello YouTube. An old video, I was walking this same trail, and if you go back and look at it, it was in like, I think March, and now it literally doesn't look like I'm even in the same country. The grass and plants here always grow extremely fast, and now it's like hot as hell every day. So I don't even think I'm gonna be recording that much, but I'm just taking a walk right now, and it's looking very, very green. I don't know if anyone's seen those clips of Bigfoot in the forest making shacks and stuff, but that is reminding me of this area. Also, I love those videos so much.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to a new video, Pamin. Today, we're making some good Rasta food. You see me? I'm about to show now how to bust a coconut with my head.
What I need a camera. Not just for filming like videos and stuff, that would be great, but there's just like so much stuff around me that I think would look really nice if I actually like knew how photography and stuff worked. I would want to get into stuff like that, but I know cameras are like really expensive, and I think that, you know, I'm not like a videographer or anything. I mean, kind of, but I'm not a photographer, and I kind of just have a bunch of stuff for the channel. It's not really my field, but I still think that photography is just really, really fun. And it would be nice if my photos didn't come out in like 240p every time. I don't really have anything planned for this video, but I'm gonna get into the second part of the assignment that I did last week. So you can go watch the video if you're wondering what I'm drawing, and you'll probably be able to catch on anyway. So I'm probably just gonna try and cut to that. I will talk to you guys later. Voiceover for this part of the video. This is pretty much gonna be like the other part that I did for the last video, and my bad, I forgot to record for like the first hour that I was working on this. I was just looking at a few references of like glaciers and how they form, because they are kind of like a little bit blocky, and this isn't supposed to be made out of ice, but I still wanted to kind of have a good reference of something that was like super cold. And I think that it turned out all right in the end, but I'll probably still change up the details and stuff a little bit, because I really want to work on my line quality, so how thick and thin the lines are depending on what area of the drawing is. So say you want something to look thick and heavy, then your lines will be a lot bigger and thicker, versus if something's very light, like say you're trying to draw wind, it would be very, very thin. So I do want to kind of work on that, especially because Photoshop is still like super complicated for me. Like, I don't understand that shit at all. So just trying to get into learning about digital art, I think that would probably help. And I think that just making details, now that this is like probably going to be the better final version, is pretty fun, because like me personally, I know that just off of doing this one project that I'll be able to just go back, or next project I'll be able to just improve the line work and the detail and stuff like that if I just keep going over and over, even though I am kind of lazy. So I don't know how quickly I'll learn, but I think that this assignment was just a good way to get introduced into drawing natural structures. And I don't know how the perspective is, because again, there's like just a bunch of space, and mine especially spans like super, super far. So I don't know how accurate the perspective is, but I'm not even worried about that, to be honest. It's more just trying to fill in the negative space with something that kind of grabs the viewer's attention, so you're not just like looking into like dead space and there's like just an awkward middle ground with nothing going on. So having that moving element is also pretty important. Now that I think about it, it is definitely going to add to the piece. I don't think I'm supposed to animate it. I better not be. That's gonna be a whole lot of work, but just, I guess, making a scene with the animation in mind is kind of new to me as well. So yeah, this project's just a whole bunch of new stuff, and I'm just getting a little bit more comfortable with it. This is also pretty much like gonna be the same as the video that I uploaded last week. So sorry if anyone was expecting something exciting, but yeah, I'm still doing schoolwork. But this class does actually run for basically the whole summer, so I'm literally not getting a break. I'm gonna be doing this all the way into my next semester in September, so that's fun. Not really what I wanted to do with my summer. Anyway, I didn't finish all of it in this recording because I ended up taking a break, and then I actually haven't gotten back to it yet. Now that I'm recording this, I should probably do that, but I still do have a bit more time. I've just been catching up on my other class, because that one have to write a whole other story, and I kind of need my draft to be done because I want like a certain amount of drafts just for better grades. I don't really care about anything else for that class. Anyway, this story that I'm writing now is actually based on the art that I'm doing. I don't really have the full story formulated. So when I do, I might talk about it, but that is what I have been working on as well. And also just watching wrestling. That's pretty much it. Because if you guys don't know, there's a big PLE coming up this weekend and it'll probably be done by the time that this video is up. It should be really good no matter who wins. I don't even have favorites to win. I just think that it can really go in any direction, which is kind of what this Money in the Bank PLE is all about. Kind of the unknown factor of having someone being able to get a title shot whenever they want. That's basically the premise, is they can basically go up to the champion while they're in the ring and be like, hey, I get to fight you right now. You have to square up. You don't have a choice. And there's also a UFC event that same night, Marab versus O'Malley 2. I don't really know why they're doing a rematch, to be honest. You know, I guess, yeah. Actually, no. I don't even know if there's like good reasoning behind O'Malley getting a rematch because he was kind of getting dog walked the first fight. And I think Kayla Harrison versus Pena, but I have no comment on that one. Anyway, this is what I got done for this part of the assignment. I basically just got the foreground and my animated stuff done and called it a day.
Say my name.
What did I just find? Little turtle. You alive, bud? Oh no. Oh, he is alive. I heard him. It's alright, buddy. Whoa. That's so cool. I just put him in the grass here. I don't want him to get stomped on or anything. Same spot as last video. I actually love this trail now, I can't lie. I also think the grass got longer, so hopefully there's nothing hiding in here. But if you don't already know how the end of these videos go, I usually just ask myself some questions. So feel free to ask yourself these questions too. My first question is, what is something that you don't appreciate enough? I think that something I don't appreciate enough right now especially is just how much stuff I have. So just like the opportunities I have, the tech I have, so just a phone, anything that lets me make videos. I think that I don't really appreciate it enough. I don't know, maybe sometimes I'm too rough with my items and they tend to break. These are literally falling apart. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they've lasted me probably a year. And yeah, I think that I don't really appreciate that kind of stuff enough. And I think it's probably because I don't have to pay for it myself. Most of the stuff that I have is just gifts, and I still want to try to just use everything that I can to my full ability and just get great use out of stuff before it's either too old or doesn't work anymore. I think that I did that with my phone. This phone that I have right now is I think 5 years old, and somehow it still works. The charging port doesn't even work, but as long as I can record, I'm all right with that. And I definitely still appreciate having this phone and having everything that I do, because I could be living in a dirt hut underneath a bridge right now, but I got really lucky and I have a lot of opportunity where I am. It's also really sunny, so sorry, I can't really block out the sun. Okay, my next question is, have you ever refused someone's help? I think that for me, it's definitely yes. I wish I could just end the question right there. And I think that's just not wanting to burden other people with stuff that's going on in your life and just wanting to be able to handle stuff on your own. I think especially now that I'm in school and I don't know anyone, I literally don't know anyone, asking for help is just weird. But I think some people just find it really embarrassing to have to ask for help, especially if it's quote stupid question. But really, what is the worst that can happen? Someone goes and talks to their friend and be like, oh my gosh, this dumbass just asked me how you do this part of the question. How does he not know? It doesn't matter. One, that probably won't happen. Two, they don't really know you, so there's really no point in being scared to ask for someone's help. There's a bug right in my face, bro. I think if you go your entire life without asking for help, it can build independency, but I think it can also just push you away from just building connections with other people, because you'll always think, oh, well, if I want to go to this event, I've done everything by myself already. I might as well just go have fun alone, which is fine. But if you open yourself to just asking other people for help and just having those connections, then you might be able to go to that event with other people that you really enjoy spending time with. So it really just kind of depends on if you're willing to just open yourself up and just allow feedback as well. Say you're trying to do exercise in the gym and you don't really know the form all that well. If you don't want to ask for help, but someone comes up and helps you, don't be like, oh, I'm all right, I don't need your help. Just hear them out and appreciate the fact that someone wants to help you out. And I think that I probably have to do that more, just with opening up to people. And what just happened? Oh Dude, there's blood all over my arm now. I just got bit. Anyway, I think that this phase of everyone just having self-improvement right now is great. And I think that it's also important to just remember that if you are building your own garden for other people to see, so you just work on yourself until other people notice and you attract them to your personal life and your achievements and stuff like that. I think if everyone thinks like that, then it's kind of a problem because then no one will open up. Like, say someone finishes their garden and it looks great. Their life is going amazing, but they don't talk to anyone. Who's going to see the garden? It's just them. And I think that it's important to just have an open mind, have an open heart, and just be able to talk to other people. Where was I going with this? I don't really remember. I think just not being afraid to ask for help is important. And that's something that I also want to work on. Not a question, but today there was an event called Worlds Collide for the WWE and AAA, which is a Mexican wrestling organization. Bro, I don't know what they're on in Mexico, but these guys are actually insane. These guys are literally on, like, they have to be on something. It sucks because I literally don't know anyone. Like, Chad Gable versus Vikingo was the main event. I had never heard of Vikingo before. And this guy is hitting like 650 splashes on Chad Gable's head with ease. Like, it's insane. My last question for this is, what is an item that holds a lot of meaning to you? So you guys can probably see it right now, but I've had this since I was 16. My mom gave it to me for Christmas, and I pretty much wear it whenever I go out, like almost every single day. And it's cheap. It was like $15, but to me, I think that it holds a lot of value because when I first started working, like when I had my first job, I wanted my first paycheck to be towards a chain or something so I can just remember that I actually was able to find success and just keep working hard to earn stuff. So that's why I wanted to buy a chain. But then my mom went and bought it for me. So I think that this one kind of just symbolizes being able to just work your ass off. And especially with this YouTube stuff, I think that you need to work your ass off because, like, I'm almost halfway done with this year. And that was my original plan, was to do this for a year just to see what it was like. I have been working my ass off just to make videos. Some are short, some are really long. Just the whole process, just so much longer than I initially thought. But I'm not gonna back down now. I'm already like halfway through. So I think that just remembering to stay consistent and persistence will be able to take you far. That's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it this far, and remember to stay hydrated.